Hi everyone, Alexa here from Alexa Talks Real Estate. I am super excited to invite you all on this interview of our first new series, Wealth and Wellbeing. Here we have Brenda Yvette with you today, my longtime friend from Cardozo High School. I'm super excited to introduce all of you to. She's an entrepreneur, fashionista, creative artist, and now a small business owner, which I'm so excited. Hi, Brenda Yvette. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Of course, I'm so excited. I was definitely inspired by your story, so I'm glad you're our number one person. Just tell everyone a little bit about yourself, what you do.
So I am the business owner of Yvettes Garden. I hold workshops for everyone to join in, DIY kits, and also just inspiring others to just get creative. And then on top of that, I also work a 9 to 5 where I'm working in product development, and we make
Wow,
clothes for kids, and it's just fun to be in that area, you know.
that's so amazing. It sounds like you have a lot on your plate, but so far from Yvette's Garden, it has been definitely inspiring for me. I'm sure all of your other followers as well. Thanks again for joining us. I just want to ask you, just to kick off really quick, what does it mean to you, wealth and well-being? Because I know for a lot of different entrepreneurs and business owners, wealth and well-being can mean something totally different from one another. So if you could just share a little bit about that.
Yeah. So I feel like my wish would be to have my business, full time. But I again have a 9 to 5 and then also my business. So I have to figure out a way to like fit in, family time, me time, making sure that I take care of myself. So I feel like I always have to keep that in mind. Because if I don't take care
Mhm.
of myself, then the rest doesn't happen.
Oh my gosh, yes, that is so true. And I'm sure a lot of other working people with side hustles can definitely relate. But it's so nice that you're actually pursuing your passion both at your 9 to 5 and on the side. So I'm really excited for you. I guess my other question would be, what drives you to do, like you said, you're kind of clocking in 9 to 5, and then when you get home, maybe you're eating something really quick, and then you're jumping right back into your personal business. Like, what drives you or motivates you to do that and have the energy every single day?
Um, I guess like I've always been this way just because I like the challenge. Like
You're a natural.
every time like I'm done with something, I'm like, all right, so what's next? But I feel like as I get older, like I'm taking more consideration of my time. And I guess versus like watching something on Netflix, like I would want to do
Hmm.
something else. Like what else can I do to inspire someone else? So that's I guess like
Wow.
now that motivates me to keep going.
That's so amazing. It's not even like a selfish motive. You're just actually looking for other people to expand their minds in creative ways. I love that so much.
Mhm.
Um, so you mentioned before, you're kind of going all the time and you slowly developed that priority for me time. Can you share a little bit about like how do you balance that work life, or how do you know, or what is it, how do you know when that time has come, like you need it, or do you set it in advance?
A little bit of both. It's still a work in progress. I sometimes have, projects where like I have to keep working nonstop. And for
Mm.
those times, I would have to um, kind of schedule it to force myself to, just take care of myself. So like it could be anything like
Hmm.
it's a Sunday, I'm not doing anything this day. I'm just, kind of organizing myself. I have an agenda and like I'll start like writing off like, okay, instead of putting everything on one day, how can I like split it up and like, organize it throughout the week. And then there's times where
That's so good.
yeah, it's super, super helpful. Then there are times
Make it in like manageable tasks. Sorry about that.
No, yeah, absolutely. It definitely does help because like when you're like, keep going, like you don't realize
Hmm.
that you're overwhelming yourself. So like forcing yourself to like, all right, take a step back and then see, okay, this is not necessary right now. I can do this another time. Definitely helps.
Right.
Then there are times where like I have nothing to do, it's just like very minimal. So I basically just take the time to like see friends, to like do things with my boyfriend, just like things that I wouldn't normally do when I'm like super busy. And I feel like that really helps because,
Right.
I can be loved by them and, like it's just
Hmm.
very necessary. So yeah, little.
Definitely. Definitely. I think one thing about quarantine is it's just showing us how much we have to cherish our relationships with other people and
Yeah.
really take the time to nurture it.
Hmm.
Awesome, awesome. I love all that. So tell us a little bit about Yvette's Garden. What's your mission or what have you done so far?
So Yvette's Garden first started as a fashion line. I was designing
Nice.
um, just woman apparel. I started off with kimonos, and I moved to like
Wow.
jackets, like all like pretty stuff. And then it came to a point
Oh, wow.
I started teaching Saturday classes nearby, and I just really loved how the kids like just picked up everything so quick. Um, I
Aw.
started with them around like the holidays of last year, and they were amazing. They came up with so many good ideas. We made Halloween trick or treat bags, Christmas stockings. It was just so much fun, and then it made me
Yeah.
like the whole business. And I have so much experience now with sewing, and I kind of
Hmm.
wanted just to continue that. So that's how I kind of rebranded and then started just, having workshops and just like, I guess, suggesting ideas for people to like to try out. So now
Hmm.
I feel like that's where I'm at right now. Um, just like from home because I can't really do it physically because of COVID, but from home, like
Right.
I'm showing people what they can do. And like how you said, like we're spending more time with family now. So it's something that like I want to, integrate more to my business, is showing how to like do stuff with other people. You think that you need to do it at like a studio or like at a school, but you can easily do it from home. So I think it's something fun
I
to try.
love that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. I love that so much, especially now. I mean, obviously people have adapted to working from home, schooling from home, like everything from home, but a lot of people feel busier now than they did before. And it's kind of like people still need to make time for crafts or do it yourself projects or projects that don't have necessarily a deadline, you know what I mean, or a end goal that you have to meet and stress yourself about. Something to just do with your family, have fun and spend time together. That's so awesome. So going from like you said before, it initially started as fashion, design, and now you're going to that teacher mode. And I see that you transitioned from teaching in person to teaching online. Was that because of COVID, or is that something that you had planned already, or was it just an adaptation to what has happened?
So definitely COVID was a game changer. Because
For all of us?
my goal I rebranded the beginning of the year, so like around March.
Oh,
And I had
nice.
planned to do like pop-up stores, because I've done them before with like artisan fleas. Um, so I kind of wanted to have
Okay.
like events for people to come and just have fun. And
Mm-hmm.
after this whole thing happened, then I had to kind of rethink on how to reach out to others. Um, And I kind of took a step back and I taught myself how to do e-courses. And
I'm
it's
so
like,
excited.
it's exciting, but like nerve-wracking at the same time because I've never taught like I'm not a teacher, but like I felt like
Yeah.
kind of fun to do and put together. And then on top of that,
Mhm.
I'm trying to do like kind of like videos on Instagram and on my blog, trying to like, get people to have conversations and try out things that they haven't done before. Um, I don't know. I feel like going forward, I may continue doing this because it's kind of fun to do it online. But I think I'll do like a combination
Yeah.
of both, like online and in person, because we still kind of like crave that like in person interaction.
Definitely. Absolutely, for sure. Especially when you're doing such fun things like crafting and you actually want to be together, But I love that. I think that speaks a lot to just as a businesswoman and as an entrepreneur is resilience. The market changing, you have to adapt. And then also innovation. A lot of people are trying to produce a lot more social media content right now. But what I love about you and your brand is that it's new, it's different, and it involves or it engages the audience in a completely different way. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, like this for that. It's more like, let's create something together, spend time with one another, and just have like these awesome memories, moving forward. And I love that so much. Um, would you mind just I know COVID obviously was a challenge, but maybe some other challenges for anyone who's thinking, they're a fashionista at heart, they're creative, they're artists, they want to design, they want to do something like this, maybe as a side hustle, but they're just kind of scared of like struggles, obstacles. Can you maybe share something that you faced that you overcame and like it can just share with the audience that they can do it too?
Yeah, I feel like when you first start off, you always have that fear of like, all right, what's gonna happen? Is this gonna work? Is this worth investing in? I feel like one of my mistakes from starting off was not having a budget, and also
Oh,
being afraid of like not reaching out, feeling like, all right, I'm gonna look like a failure and I don't want
oh
people
man.
to see that, like that's stuck in your head. Like when you first start off, even now,
Wow, yeah.
right now, like I have that fear with the e-course that's
Me too.
you know, but
Hmm.
I feel like as you go, you will learn, and having a budget and
Yes.
with yourself is very important. The budget at first when I started my business was kind of hard. I wasn't really keeping track
Hmm.
of it, and I feel like when you're starting a business, you have to learn how to, see where your investments are coming from, if they're worth it. You're kind of analyzing how the business is starting and where it will go. So I think having a budget is very important. And then being open with the people around you. I feel like when you first start, it's a lot. You're wearing a lot of hats. You're the
Hmm.
one putting all the social media up. You're working on your website. You're coming up with, I don't know, ideas or strategizing. Like you have so much to do. So being able to like reach
Right.
out to like friends, I guess it's another way of like reaching out for help. Maybe they can help you out
Hmm.
on social media, or they could be like your model. Like there's so much that other people can do for you. And I feel like
That's so true.
I'm stubborn in that way where like I need to do everything myself. But then I come to a
You don't
point,
want to ask for help.
no, and then it comes to a point where I'm like, oh my God, this is so much. Like, how am I gonna get this done on my own? So just by me just
Right.
talking to like my sister or like my boyfriend or friends, like it just feels so much better. They're like my therapist. Like they're like, all right, we got this. What you can do? Like it's nice to have that help and support.
Definitely. I love that so much. That's actually what really brought me to you too, because it's just kind of thinking like, oh, what kind of content can I create, or what can I share about other people that would actually inspire people. And it's, look how this came together. It's so fun, it's so easy, and I'm sure it's a lot of takeaways from it. Like, I know for me personally, before I got into real estate, I didn't know how much it actually costs to get a house sold. You know what I mean? I didn't know how much marketing costs. I never even took a marketing course at Baruch. Like, I maybe an intro, but nothing. And it's just kind of like wearing all the hats and being able to learn. And I love when you say like find your tribe or find the people that are going to support you, because it's, I don't want to, it's like one of the most things you need, but and it's free. You know what I mean? And you both benefit from helping one another. It's like, what more can you ask for than that support? And like, so Brenda, what is your future goal? Or I know you guys are hustling right now to build Yvette's Garden, but where do you see yourself maybe 5 years, 10 years from now?
Yeah, I would love, love, love to have my own studio. I know that, you know, online it's fun, but again, I would
Mm-hmm.
love to have something where people can come in and, you know, buy supplies and able to do different workshops. I think that would be a lot of fun.
That's amazing. I would love that too. Do you think you would want to stay in New York, or are you open to other areas?
Probably New York. I wouldn't want to move out.
I know I have the same like love-hate relationship with New York. Like, sometimes I'm like, do I want to go and eat somewhere else? But it's like, I can never be away from home too long either.
Yeah.
But I love that so much. So again, thank you, Brenda, so much for all your time. I love when we talk about these inspiring stories and passion. Give us 3 takeaways that you want everyone to walk away with. I know number 1, learn some crafting things and how to sew. But what other 2 things you want to mention just for the audience to know?
Um, I guess I can give one business and one personal, I guess, advice.
Awesome.
Business advice, I would say, again, you need to take care of yourself. So it's really important to just, you know, schedule, budget, like all of that is really important. And it took me a while to understand that. So the sooner you start, the better. And I guess personal,
Yes.
you know, yeah, right now things are shaky, but I think you always have to have a positive mentality, you know. Right now we're all home. You have time to take care of yourself. It's like the perfect time to just like take a step back, do some crafts, you know, just anything
Yes.
that will make you happy and help you keep moving forward.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. I love those things too, because they touch perfectly on wealth and well-being. Basically, it's not all about the money. It's about the people you love, the time you spend with one another, and just creative expression, basically. That's
Yep.
so awesome. Thank you, Brenda.